All right, still Wednesday. It's 11 o'clock. You don't get the opportunity to do an experiment very often because you're always missing something. But had a good suggestion about measuring chains. I always use the lay it on the floor and measure it against a straight edge method, and then arch the chain and measure the deflection and stuff like that. Now the book gives a different method, and it's been suggested. Hi, Rob. And I thought I'd give it a shot. Now this is a brand new chain, and as the book says, make 2 scribe marks exactly 12.5 inches apart, and then lay a chain next to it, and 20 links from center of link to center of link should be 12.5 inches. So here we are. Remember, I've got a camera here, and you have to worry about parallax because depending on how you do this, things move around. So I'm going to try to hit it straight. Okay, from that link down to this link, it's exactly and precisely 12.5. The fudge factor, or tolerance, shall we say, is 12.75, 3/4, 1/4 of an inch longer than good. That's the area you have to land in. From there, in that area to this edge. Okay, so that's kind of cool. That's a brand new chain, and now I'm going to get the old nasty chain and lay it down and see what we measure. I'll be back. Okay, I'm back with the second half of the experiment. I've got rusty crusty chain, and we got lined up with this pin right here. Once again, I see it straight on, so it's lined up. Let's zoom over to this end, and it's focused on. There, it's better. And you can see that it's slightly beyond the scribe, shall we say. It's in the tolerance area, no doubt about it, no problem. Which means it's marginal. I mean, it's pretty good. It could have gone back on the bike, no problem, probably, no problem. I'm going to say no problem. It could have gone back on the bike, okay? Clean it all up, lube it all up, put it back. But it's into the not original. Perfect. Anyway, remember when I measured it on the floor over there, I said it's marginal. I think we measured 8+ inches over there, somewhere around 8.5 or so. I don't remember, but it was in the marginal range over there, and it's in the marginal range over here. I have no problem with the decision to put a new chain on it. That doesn't grieve me at all. But I do find this to be a fascinating experiment. Now, I'm going to take my local friendly hacksaw, cut this off here and here, and keep it as a tool. And see how I can get underneath the bike and use it as a measuring gauge. I went online looking for how to measure chains, and I got 700 different Google or YouTube videos on bicycle chains and Japanese chains and all kinds of chains. I couldn't find anything that showed any tool available for a 530 chain. Now, if anybody has one of those nice little clip-in tools that measures 530 chains, send me a link. I'll gladly buy it. Something you can snap in, and it should snap in with no play. That's a good tool to have. If anybody knows where to get one, give me a comment. I appreciate it. So this has been fun. I'm still going to throw this away. I'm still going to put the new one back on. And as a matter of fact, I'm going to do it right now. Okay, so that's my second video fail in as many days. Yesterday I did 2 segments, and I got no sound. It turned out that the little microphone gave up. I'd been out here just too long. This one I just apparently forgot to press go. So anyway, I measured the chain on the bike, put it on, made a mark, took it off, and cut it to length. Now, I actually grind off the heads of the one I'm going to pop out. I have a really nice chain breaker tool. Works great. but I don't stress it by popping the pins out totally with it. I grind the heads off and then I use this to pop them off. Kevin's got a, I thought this was nice until I saw Kevin's. Kevin has a chain breaker that you can just use straight up. You can just pop the heads off, pop these things out in a heartbeat with it. It's a monster. I think he got it from Army surplus. I think it was used for taking treads off of M1A1 tanks because it's a monster. I really like it. So anyway, I used mine and put the chain on. One thing that I do is, let's zoom in here, and you'll notice that there is a safety wire on the master link. And I do that. Master link, by the way, always closed in towards the travel. So closed in going this way. And this safety wire is just over top of it for no good reason other than why not? If you're racing, they require it. But street use, well, I've never had one come off, but I safety wire them anyway. So this is the initial setting, just it's too tight. But I'm going to use my alignment tool now to set the wheel alignment and the chain tension. Okay, so what we're working with is this amount of tension, and on a brand new chain, that's really not too tight because it's going to stretch out immediately as it settles in. But I'm going to loosen it just a little bit. Let's see, we've got a nice flat here. So if I go one flat, two flats, like that. Now, probably going to have to take the weight off the bike. To tighten this. That's a good feeling there, by the way, what I just did. I got no real problem with that. Oh man, I can't see. All right. Double check one more time. Center of the axle from this bolt. All right, center of the axle on this side. I'm going to snug down these axle nuts now. Oh, it's fun going around the camera. Two different sizes. It's torqued exactly right. All right, I got no problem with that. All right, I'm going to put the chain guard and the speedometer drive on. I'll be back in a minute.